Take my glasses off. Now, one SATA connection, two SATA connections. Looks good there. It's a 450. Modular inputs, I've got adapters for that. That's fine. Yep, I've got some of those. So, let's see what type of memory you got. I don't think I can max it out anymore. You have PC3s. Those are 2 gig sticks. So until I can fire you up, let's see if you'll fire up at all. You need a hard drive, which we can do that. You've got SATA ports, so you can do that. Come on, get out of the way. I just need you temporarily out of the way. Alright, let's see if it'll fire up at all. So, grab a keyboard. And we have a VGA connection. So, grab a VGA. Like I said, if you're leaving messages, I can't see them at the moment. So, what's it say? Invitation to join live. No thanks. Sorry. So let's see what we got here. I haven't done a phone live in a long time. Now let's give it some power. Trip the switch there. Need to find my mouse. Not that I need it for looking at BIOS, but where are my USBs? There's my one USB. Come on. Where's my other one? There's my other one. So there's probably my mouse. Alright. Power toggled on. And let's see if I can find the power button here. Card readers, USBs. Must be on top. Hey, it powers up at least. Sounds like this needs to be replaced. I'll change my screen and see if I see anything. Nothing yet. Make sure that's connected. Make sure those are all down. Sometimes the fastest way to quiet a noisy PSU is to tap it, because that's the fan. But I've got nothing. Turn it off again. The fact that it doesn't want to turn off tells me it's a bad power supply. Oh, there it goes. Look for physical damage. These are all solid state capacitors for the most part, so it's hard to tell. I don't see anything. That doesn't mean it's not bad. I mean, it was dropped off. Alright, VGA, USB power. Like I said, that's just a noisy one. Make sure the monitor is on VGA. It is. Alright, let's give it a shot again before we just completely disassemble it. Hey, there we go. No operating system found. Yeah, we know that. Cool. At least we got something this time. So it's... You guys can't see it, I'm sorry. Trying to get into BIOS. At least it boots up. Hey, there we go. Now I'm in the BIOS. Let's see what we got here. This is an Idea Center K330B. BIOS is dated 2011. Yeah, it's a little older. But you know what? There is nothing wrong with an older PC. USBs. Gonna tell me system summary. Oh wow, it's got 6 gigs of RAM in it. Well, that's impressive. Intel Pentium G630 at 2.7 gigahertz. So I believe that is a dual core. Yes, it is. It does say that on screen. Fan's operating. CPU fan is operating. Ah. Well, this is kind of a good thing. So, we can probably turn this off. And let me see if I can find an SSD to put into here. I know I've got one, but that would definitely speed it up. I wonder if this could go up to 8 gigs. And then if so, then I'll have to see if I can find it. This is a 4 gig 2R times 8 1066. I might have that, but I would have to look. So, if I walk away for a moment to get stuff, that's because I'm going to grab my... Whoop, helps when you put it in the right way. Remember, you can never put a RAM stick in the wrong way. If it teeter-totters like a seesaw, you've put it in wrong. There we go, nice and snap. So, sit here and watch this for a moment, and I am going to go get my box of RAM and a solid-state hard drive, and we'll get this fixed up, and it'll be at least something for someone who can use it. So just sit right there. One solid-state hard drive, and let's see, box of RAM. This. DDR3. So I have my SSD and I have my box of RAM. And this is a... Oh, that's for... Well, that won't work. That's for laptop. Let's see what goodies we got in here. So we need to have a 1066 4 gig. So, ironically, I have an 8 gigger in here. That's nice. We'll test it. And looks like 2 sticks of 4. No, 2 sticks of 8. Well, that's a possibility. I don't know if this BIOS will handle that much. That's an 8 gig. That's an 8 gig. I need a 4 gig stick. That's a 2 gigger. That's a 2 gigger. Let's see what this is. That's a 4 gig. So, we know 4 works in there because there's a total of 6 in there, but let's see if we can make it go up to a much higher number. Let me put this box of RAM away. Like I said, if any of you are watching and you've left me messages, I'm sorry because my screen is up above the workbench and I can't see the screen. So, let's take this one out and this one out, just to see if we can put 16 in it. I don't think we can, but we'll give it a shot. DDR3, right? DDR3. Clock speed is really high, so I don't know if this is going to work, and I don't want to go look up the motherboard specs. And if I'm wrong, it should not be. Oh, remember, RAM only goes in one way. It'll teeter-totter if it doesn't. Okay, there's one stick. There's another stick. That's 16, so let's fire it up and see what it does. Are you going to beep, or are you going to load up? Get loaded up. Oh. See if I can get into the BIOS. It's not beeping, so that's a good sign. All right, into BIOS. And let's see if it recognizes all of it. Holy crap, it does. Ta-da! Well, that's a good thing. 16 gigs of RAM. Nice. I didn't think a BIOS that old would actually recognize it, but it did. Definitely gonna have to change that out. That looks awful loose. Definitely the fan's going out. So yeah, we'll definitely have to change that out. I'll have to look to see if I got one. But yeah, 16 gigs of RAM, it recognizes it. So that's cool. So, turn it off. I need a SATA cable. Fortunately, I have one. Let's see, which one is... front panel. Looking for the one that says 0 or 1 for the SATA connector. Usually it doesn't matter, however, it's always best to follow it in a certain protocol. Default configuration is whichever one is closest to the processor is usually number 1. It does not say, so we're going to use that as our default. So, make sure the L is going in the same direction. Plug that in. I love these caddies, but you're about to see a problem here. I got to open this up and grab my scissors. Get this opened up. This is a small SSD, and it's by my favorite vendor, Neatec. And throw that away. I am completely out of these. Thank goodness I've ordered some more. They should be here next week. So this is 128 gigabytes. So that means this is not really going to be used for gaming unless you know, want to put another hard drive in it. And as old as this is, I probably wouldn't recommend it anyways. But I do have older clients who like desktops. I've got one or two who are looking for desktops, and they don't need the storage capacity. They just need to get online with it. So, I'm trying to get this tape off of this. There we go. Now we can get in there. Who is red? One Neatec SSD. Put that in the box. So, since we don't really have a caddy for it for the moment, I'll have to get one. We're just going to put it in there temporarily. And plug that in. And I do have an SSD power port. So, plug that in. Drop it into there for the moment. Kind of lets me hide all the cords too. Go in there. There we go. So I got that plugged in, that plugged in. Oh, I do need another SSD or SATA cord. Or there we go. For the DVD drive. So that'll run up here. And like I said, if you guys are talking to me, I'm sorry I can't see the screen. Whoop, let's do this the opposite way. This has got a rake clip. Rake clips are important because the clip won't make it come off. There we go. We're going to plug that down there. Make sure the L is going in the right direction. It is. Move these away from the CPU fan. That's usually a good idea because you don't want that sort of mess going on. Fastest way to ruin a CPU fan is for wires to get in the way. You go hide in there. You come down here. Oh, you do have a bracket down there. Well, maybe I'll wire you up that way later. All right. Now, I need my Windows 10 boot disk. Well, there's Tiny 10. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Oh, that's x86. That's a 64-bit processor. And that'll work. Windows 10. Always a good choice. And pop that in here. And now I need an Ethernet cord. Because this desktop is old enough not to be wireless. Ethernet cord plugged in. And boot it up. Give me my keyboard. I hate when the cords all get kind of tangled up. Hey, it's asking for setup. So, anyways, sitting here, like I said, refurbishing desktops. So, anyways, 16 gigs of RAM just went into this computer that's got a BIOS date of 2011. That's impressive. I've got a small SSD in here. Windows 10 is loading up. The processor in this says it's a G630, which is a dual core running at 2.7. Obviously, this needs to be replaced because you can hear it. Yeah, it needs to be replaced. So, that's good. I can get this fixed up and make it available for someone at a reasonable price. And yes, we want English. Install now. I wish I had dual screen so I can show you what I'm doing. Setup is starting. And next. And Windows 10 Home. Next. And agree to the license. Yep, next. Custom install. Does see the hard drive. Next. Windows is installing. So that was a simple refurbished one. Now we just got to wait for it to go through this whole process. The one thing nice about the installation discs that I use is they are like the original 10-year-old versions of Windows 10. And the advantage to that is it doesn't have all the stuff in it that comes with the Windows updates. So on an older machine, Windows 10 usually installs relatively quickly and pretty well. So, you know, although I do have it on other... Trying to find it here. Oh, I gotta look for it. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Now that's my Windows 10 that's more modern. Because every once in a while I'll get an older one that will take, you know, the older version, but I can't use the update, so I got to use this to upgrade Windows 10 to Windows 10. It's just a Windows 10 thing. So, but yeah, I mean, this is good. We're going along quite well. Like I said, I wish I had a way. Well, I could disconnect it because you've seen this part. I've got it rubber band. This is how I'm holding my phone up, so it looks down. But you can see it's installing, so that's a good thing. So yep, this is going to go well indeed. So, but I mean, it's a decent looking laptop or desktop. It's an older generation Lenovo Idea Station. Like you said, it had the Windows 7 on it, which means it should upgrade to Windows 10 with no problem. And if you look up here, it's got a carrying thing. Yeah, got to do some cleanup, but like I said, that's got to get replaced. I got to check that fan. That fan looks like it's got a wobble on it. But get this all fixed up, and it'll be ready for sale for someone who needs it, probably an older person.